Some news just in from Chicago City Council. A proposal to ban the sale of new fur products in Chicago went up for a final vote. CBS News Chicago political reporter Chris Ty was at council today. So where do things land with that? And I know there were a number of other issues.
There were, but as far as this one's concerned, it failed, Marie. A win for local furriers in Chicago who say this unfairly targets them, many with long histories in the city.
Sure.
Supporters of the ban arguing cruelty to animals is at play and that public health is at risk. In a 26-19 vote, though, it failed to garner the support needed to pass. Critics said, among other things, Chicago was founded by a furrier. That if you have a problem with the production of fur, target the industry, the producers, not the sellers. And that it creates a culture making Chicago unfriendly to business owners. Ray Lopez led the charge to set the ban in place beginning next year. He thought he had the support, which he said would have helped furriers evolve and get ahead of industry trends. He did not have the votes needed to make that happen. Here now is Lopez and Alderwoman Stephanie Coleman, a critic of the ban.
We know and understand and appreciate that jobs are on the line, which is why we are hoping to help guide and transition many of these retailers, these 6 retailers, into a 21st century business model that uses fur alternatives.
This ordinance is misguided, and the premise of the argument is based on fur farms and production practices that are not relevant to the retailers here in Chicago.
Also, Alderwoman Coleman, Marie, you might find this interesting, may have had the most salient point that killed this thing. You wouldn't have been able to sell Ugg boots in Chicago had this passed, which may have greased the wheels for its failure. Could it come back up for vote again down the road? Possibly, but unlikely.
Fascinating, because you think about how many people have furs and then how many people have I have an Ugg boot.
A lot of people, you and me, a lot of people
Really
do.
interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Chris.
You bet.